E.N.D here. Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate, or better known as Commander Legends 2, has a very distinct returning mechanic, which due to its particularity is rarely used, because it's suitable only for a multiplayer game. GOAD. GOAD is a keyword action first introduced in Conspiracy Takes the Crown that forces a creature to attack, preferably someone else other than you. As said, it's designed for a multiplayer game. GOAD causes a creature to be goaded until a player's next turn. A goaded creature has to attack a player other than you if it can. The controller of a goaded creature still chooses who the creature attacks. If the creature can't attack a player other than you, then it must attack you if it can. This is mostly likely when the game is down to 2 players. But how do we play GOAD? Let's build our battlefield. Let's say I am player 1, here is player 2, here is player 3, and here is player 4. Let's give each player a creature. Lord Thunder for player 2, Diotora for player 3, and Jetmir for player 4. This is a battle royale between the crime bosses of Streets of New Capenna. And I'm going to play Vengeful Ancestor, a 4-drop 3/4 with flying, enters the battlefield or attacks GOAD target creature. I'm going to put my creature on the battlefield. When it hits the battlefield, I'm going to GOAD a creature, and I'm going to choose to GOAD Lord Thunder. As Lord Thunder is GOADed, it means that until my next turn, it must attack, if able, a player other than me if it can. End of my turn, and it's the turn of player 2. Therefore, Lord Thunder must attack if able, and Lord Thunder is able to attack a player other than me if it can. And it can, because I have player 3 and player 4 that are still in the game. Therefore, player 2 chooses which player to attack. He can choose to attack player 3 or he can choose to attack player 4. But it must attack if able. Therefore, player 2 is going to choose to attack player 4. Player 4 can choose to block Lord Thunder. At this stage, I don't think that player 4 will block Lord Thunder because it's a 5/4 versus a 6/6. And the turn of player 2 ends. It's the turn of player 3, the turn of player 4, and then it's my turn again. As my turn begins, the GOAD of Lord Thunder is removed. A goaded creature remains goaded until your next turn. I already explained this, but in Baldur's Gate there are some spells that permanently goad a creature, like Psychic Impetus, meaning that if a creature is enchanted with Psychic Impetus, its goaded designation isn't removed until the creature dies or the enchantment is destroyed. Some notes: when a creature is goaded and you need to choose a player to attack, you can choose to attack directly the player or attack a planeswalker they control. So it's a player or a planeswalker they control. Goaded is a designation a permanent can have. Goaded is neither an ability nor part of the permanent's copyable values. Therefore, if you create a copy of a goaded creature, say with a clone, that copy is not goaded. A creature can be goaded by multiple players. Doing so creates additional combat requirements. Therefore, if player 3 and I goad, let's say, Lord Thunder has to attack player 4. He cannot attack player 3 or myself when player 4 is still in the game. If player 4 is out, then that player can choose if attack player 3 or player 1. Once a player has goaded a creature, the same player goading it again has no effect. Doing so doesn't create an additional combat requirements. If I goad multiple times the same creature, there is no extra effect. If a goaded creature is tapped, say because it screwed a vehicle, obviously it can't attack. If there is a cost to attack with a goaded creature, say because of a ghostly prison, its controller doesn't have to pay that cost, and if they don't, the creature doesn't have to attack. If player 2 doesn't pay the cost, then their creature doesn't have to attack. GOAD doesn't force the player to pay the additional cost. A goaded creature with defender still can't attack. Goading walls, it's useless. So this is how GOAD is played. As I told you, it's perfectly designed for a multiplayer game. Leave me a comment below, what do you think about GOAD in Commander? And here, the subscription button, subscribe for my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.